Welcome back to my 12-month hair transplant update. My name is Rolandas. I had 3 hair transplants, believe it or not. In total, I had 7,779 grafts. All of them done with Dr. Bruno Ferreira in Portugal. For those who are new here, before transplant I was relatively bald on top, I would say. By the Norwood Hamilton classification, I would count as a Norwood 5A. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Apologies for quite an absence on my channel. As some of you might heard already, I am getting married, so a lot of planning going on, and you know what, I will need your help in this video to help me choose a hairstyle for my wedding. Hey, a good problem to have when you have hair. Later on in the video I will show what kind of other hairstyles I had so far, maybe just to give you, some idea and help me to decide as well what to choose right now, because my hair is quite long and I'm scheduled for a haircut in a few days. But just to quickly summarize, it's been 12 months, so full result expected for my 3rd surgery. Sometimes I'm looking back and I cannot really believe that that's even possible. So I was kind of hoping that the crown area is actually going to be a bit thicker than it turned out to be. But again, it's kind of silly to think about it, especially for myself, knowing what I know about hair transplants and hair loss. Look, all I'm gonna say is even I, fell into the greedy trap. What can I do? I'm a human being. Let's just go right into the video and have a look how it actually looks so far. First of all, I need to mention that my hair is a little greasier. I didn't wash it for, I believe, 3 days, 2 or 3 days. So, and that's pretty warm right now. So, sweat and all of that stuff. I didn't put any hair product at all since I washed it. So, in all fairness, it's probably a good thing to show because, when it's nicely, washed and clean, it actually looks much better, fuller, and like basically more coverage because it's bunching, less altogether. In this particular area, I literally just, took a comb and I just combed it into the one side. That's how I always do, and I found it that my hair is naturally kind of laying that direction, and it also gives a big plus because it gives more illusion of density because the hairs are like layering on top of each other. And from this angle right away, you can see that the crown looks a little, thinner compared to other areas. That's the only type. That's the only, area that kind of stands out a little bit. Again, it's much worse than this because my hair is, you can see clearly here, it's punching up all a lot. And also it doesn't help the fact that my hair is literally that angle into the camera. So it's naturally gonna see through a bit more. But that serves as a reminder, hair transplants are just an illusion of density. And one thing people constantly mention about my donor, and I must agree, it looks phenomenal. Like after taking nearly 8,000 grafts, like it looks pretty amazing. Like it looks like still it's been untouched. But the crown in general, if you, like just focus on that particular area when it's thinner, well, that's what I'm talking about. It's actually a black hole. It's just, there is so much, hair that is like really strong terminal hair all around, the crown and the inside of the wall, growing. And it gives this nice and full look, but it's still not enough to make it look like, a person without any hair loss at all. And that's the challenge with the crown, because that's what they call them, black hole. You can just keep putting thousands and thousands of grafts, and it's still like the return of investment basically is not as great compared to like any other area, for example, like mid scalp. You can just put a little bit and it's already creating huge illusion of density. But overall, look at that, looks pretty freaking natural. Like it just, the directions of the hair just really nicely recreated. Of course, I still had some hair, so it was not like a blank canvas for Dr. Ferrer to work with, but he mimicked really nicely what I already had, reinforced with some more hair, so it looks, pretty good. Like, to be honest, even from here, you cannot really tell it's a transplanted area just because, its naturalness, the angles, it's just, it doesn't stand out at all. It looks like the whole picture is just that how it's supposed to be, that's incredible. One thing I wanted to mention is my temple peaks. They're looking so freaking incredible. Just as a reminder, on my second surgery, there was like a small tiny touch-up on the temple pit just to give a bit more structure. It looks natural, it looks very structured, not too obvious that's like a proper obvious line. There's like a little bit, you know, here and there, but it looks really good. Like I really like the way it looks, especially when the hair is cut shorter. It's just, it's like structuring the face. It's even, you know, even better. You see exactly what I was talking about. Illusion of freaking density. It's not that many hairs, you know, transplanted all around, but just because they've been strategically placed, quite a bit of, you know, doubles, triples, quadruples, and so on and so forth. Grafts, overall, it looks pretty good. So don't chase the graft amounts. You don't really need this 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 grafts. It can be managed really well, even with less. Obviously, the top view from this particular angle, it looks one of the worst when I'm like moving my hair down. You can just expose this particular area more, but again, if we're looking from, you know, on the flip side from another angle, when I'm, you know, looking at the top from the back, it looks so much fuller. So again, the same thing, illusion of density, hair is laying around, you know, it just looks better from one angle than from the other. It's not perfect, it's not never gonna be perfect. And obviously looking at the different hairstyles that I had so far after, you know, 3 of my surgeries, I'm not quite sure. So obviously I had very long hair, I had quite short hair. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really, you know, curious to know your opinion. I think it's very interesting to get other people's perspective, you know, from, you know, another side, just to see, because obviously I see from that angle, you see me from this angle. Yeah, let me know what should I choose. I still have a few days to go, and until then, thanks so much for watching. See ya in the next video.